Ooh, going in the bag. Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. G-Moose here, out on the lanes. Just kidding, I'm not bowling today. We got Jungo back on the lanes. He's gonna be throwing this new Virtual Energy Blackout. Now this bowling ball is marketed to be long, sharp, very continuous, and it actually has the same cover that's on Jungo's dart code. And he loves that ball. He's thrown that for a long, long time. So I'm excited for him to try out this new rock and see if it's gonna replace the dart code in his arsenal. So black ball here, we got two more black balls. We got the dart code and we also have the Zen gold label. Ace and Pearl on the dart code and Sim Pearl on the Zen. But all of them should be meant for a perfect condition, which we got out today, which is 44-foot London. Now it's been bowled on quite a bit, so it's gonna be really good to see how these balls react on more of a breakdown kind of condition. So the way these were drilled, mass bias is in the thumb, and then the Zen has the same pin position, no mass bias, obviously, you know, symmetric. Should be a very good comparison, very fair, and we're gonna see which one is gonna be the best for Jungo today on the lanes. Let's blow this sucker.
All right, Jungo is back again. We have the brand new Virtual Energy Blackout. I'm gonna throw it against the dart code today with the exact same layout. It's got the exact same cover stock. So I'm hoping to replace my dart code, which I've used a lot. I've beat it to crap. I've used it on so many different oil patterns, so many different lane surfaces, so many different tournaments. I need a new one. Can't find it anymore though. So I'm hoping this ball is a perfect replacement. I also got the Zen gold label here. You know, it looks identical to the new Virtual Energy, but it's a symmetric and it's a Zen. So we're gonna see how that compares as well. Everything's got the same layout. Pins right above the bridge, mass bias is in the thumb hole. Zen symmetric, still straight down with the CG. Everything is really similar. We're gonna have a really good look here on London 44 feet, which has been bowled on quite a bit. So this is gonna be perfect. Let's get into it. Virtual Energy Blackout. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my feet on 27, and we're gonna try and hit 10 at the break point here. I love that ball already. I love that ball already. It's going in the bag. Going in the bag. I love balls that I cannot see how they rotate going down the lane. It's just the black nothingness, right? There's no revolutions, there's nothing. Just goes down lane, hooks, hits the pins. Love it. But anyway, enough about the color. That got down the lane really easy. Slid down lane, kept its energy for the back end. It wasn't a really sharp snap. It was still like continuous and a little smoother than I was expecting. But again, this is a long pattern that's been burned up. So let's throw the dart code. All right, same line, dart code. Ball has been through war. It's got dents, scratches, burn marks, you name it, it's got it. So peak performance, probably not. Oh, you can see why I love that ball though. That was beautiful. I think it might be a little weaker than the Virtual Energy Blackout. The Virtual Energy is a little stronger core, I think. I think just because it's brand new, it's gonna hook more. It's like golfing with a golf ball with scratches on it. It's just not gonna go as far as a brand new one. So I think that's what we're dealing with here. But overall, pretty similar so far. Okay, let's move 3 boards to the left. This is gonna be the sweet spot for these balls. Moving deeper inside, letting the ball float through the front, and really turn the corner of the back end. All right, missed a couple boards right at the break point, almost got back to the pocket, but you can just see how much energy that ball saves for the back end. Now, if you go back and you watch my Eternity Pie vid right up here in the corner, I'm bowling on the same pattern, on the same lane, and you can just see the difference in ball reaction of these two balls. Right? The Eternity is really early, hooks a ton. This ball gets down the lane really easy, lots of energy for the back end. Let's throw a good one. Ooh, still missed a smidge to the right, but as you can see, that ball comes in really angular, got the 2-8 out. What more can you ask for? I hit my target finally. As you can see, that ball is just perfect for this condition. I missed a little right, still gets back to the head pin. Won't quite strike though, but hitting the head pin, you're close. So these balls are meant for like a little later in the day, burned up a little bit. You need the ball to slide through the front a little bit easier, move left a little bit, get in the middle of the lane, and make sure that ball comes back at the back end. That's what these balls are for. Okay, let's throw the dark coat on the same line. Should be pretty close. Yeah, I think that was pretty close to the same shot. As you can see, the dark coat just hooks a little bit less. And again, I just think that's because of all the wear and tear on it, right? We got a brand new ball here, wear and tear on this one. So you're just gonna get some more boards of hook, right? Just fresh. All right, now let's throw the Zen gold label a couple times, same line. We will see if this can make it back to the pocket. That makes sense. That was a really good shot. And just because this ball is symmetric, it's just not gonna have as much hook potential as those asymmetric balls, right? Just has lower diff. Diff means hook potential, right? So as you can see, that ball got to the spot and it was a little lazier turning the corner than the asymmetric balls here. And I got the mass bias in the thumb hole, so the diff is even bigger. If you really need a ball to turn the corner, get an asym pearl, stick the mass bias in the thumb hole, watch that ball curve. So one last thing, if you're a little confused on the mass bias, what it means and what I'm talking about putting in the thumb hole, check out my Supernova vid right here. I explain everything. I demonstrate with 2 different balls. Everything will be clear. All right, one more here with the Zen gold label on that same line. Slow it down a little bit more, let it go flush. Actually, I missed a little left with that one, and you can see it just caught that oil. The hold just didn't make the corner enough. Left a little swisher 8-10. I think if I make that same shot here with the blackout, that's striking all day. Okay, so I'm gonna try and repeat that shot, same line. I'm gonna move my break point in a couple boards, make sure we hit that oil down the middle, that little carry down. Blackout's hooking for sure. Oh, look at that. Absolutely perfect, right? So right there, you can see the difference between a symmetric and an asymmetric ball hook potential. Pins in the same spot, right? We threw it in the same spot. We're striking all day with the blackout. We're splitting all day with the Zen. All right, halfway through the vid with the Virtual Energy Blackout, I'm just wondering, do you guys try and replace the ball with the same ball that's getting worn out? I've had a few customers come in, get a brand new phase 2 because their old one's wearing out, same layout, same everything. They just want to freshen up after a couple seasons. I've been trying to find a replacement for my dark code. Can't find any 16-pound dark codes anywhere, so I'm so happy they came up with this. This is absolutely perfect. Let me know down in the comments what you do. You get a new ball, try something new, try the new thing out in the market and try and replace something old, or you go about and try and find the same ball you just had and drill it the same for the exact same replacement. Let me know down in the comments below. At this point in time, it's probably the best ball to use is the blackout. Gives you that pop down lane, which you need. But if that ball's hooking too hard off the dry in the back end, that's the good time to use the Zen here. So we're gonna move 3 to the right and we're gonna throw the Zen. Should be the perfect spot. All right, everything was perfect except for that 8-pin. Jimu's laughing his head off over there. You're gonna leave one in league against me in a couple weeks. All right, so hopefully after that shot, you can see a little bit of the difference in shape between a symmetric Zen and the asym blackout there. The Zen is just a little bit smoother and a little bit weaker. So time and a place for both. Definitely gonna bring both in my bag as the reaction is different enough. They're gonna work on a variety of patterns, right? It's just depending what it looks like out there at that point in time, which ball you're gonna use. Okay, so the last strike with this was standing on 30. Let's stand on 33. Ooh. Good shot there. The ball just hydroplaned a little bit far down lane, just because I'm a little bit too far left right now, I think. Did too far before it saw the friction to hook. Left at 2.8. Let's just slow it down. All right, slow speed, same line. Did you see that? A little slower with the speed. As soon as that ball hit the friction, turn left like crazy. That's what I like to see. Same shot with the dark coat here for comparison purposes. Perfect replacement for this ball. Almost a 4.9 with the new ball, flat 10 with the dark code. That's when it's time to replace that thing. Let's head back to the shop.
All right, Jung's back from the lanes. We just threw this brand new blackout. And if you don't want to listen to me talk, you just want to see all the balls going down the lane, rapid fire, and really see the difference in reactions, fast forward to the end. And Jimu has set up a very nice edit of all the shots compiled back to back of each ball, and you can really see the differences. I love watching that. Lets me learn a lot, especially when other people are throwing it. Head on to the back if you don't want to listen to me talk. We bowled a little burnt up 44-foot London, and man, I had fun out there with these balls. You know, the burn, that's when the scores are going really high or really low, right? You really gotta pay attention to the burn, the breakdown of the pattern when you're bowling a tournament, and that's what separates the good bowlers from the mediocre bowlers, the ability to adjust, the ability to change balls and move their feet left and adjust. I was really looking for a replacement for my dart coat here. I use it all the time when the lanes get a little toasty in the heads, right? The oil's starting to disappear from the beginning of the lane. It's getting deposited in the back of the lane, and the balls start to hook a little earlier and get lazier and lazier. So this dart coat really combated that for me really well. Got through the front part of the line really nice, and then made a nice sharp left turn down lane. It helped me combat those really burnt conditions later in the day really well. It also worked really well on some older synthetic surfaces where the ball just naturally rolled a little earlier and it needed that extra length. That dart coat was perfect. But as you can tell, it's getting beat up. There's scratches everywhere, dents, burn marks, the whole 9 yards. So I was really looking for a replacement, and this ball does exactly that. It's got the exact same cover stock, but a little bit stronger core. It's really close. And in today's game, more oil, thicker oil. I think the stronger core is really gonna be helpful. So as you can see in a few shots, this ball was a little bit stronger down lane, I would say 1 or 2 boards, and a little bit more continuous. So when this guy left the 10 pin, Blackout here went straight through the pin deck, carried all 10, no problem at all. So that might just because it's a brand new fresh bowling ball, and if I had a brand new fresh dart coat, it might do the same thing, but new is always better. We got lots of dents and scratches in this one, so the parts of the ball that's rolling on the lane, not exactly 100% smooth. All right, and the third ball I threw was the Zen Gold Label. A really good ball from 900 Global, gets down lane really easy, and turns a corner down lane, not as hard as the Blackout here. So it was a really good 1-2 punch, as you can see in a couple of the shots there. This guy was a little bit smoother down lane. This one a little more continuous, a little more angular. So if you're looking for some pop down lane, Virtual Energy Blackout, that is your ball. In conclusion, this Blackout is definitely going to replace my dart coat. It's time to retire this, put it up on the shelf. Won me a lot of tournaments. We're going to start bowling with this new Blackout. I love when the balls are solid colors, can't see it spinning, can't see it rolling, and it just fits my eye really well. That's enough from Jungo in here. I think I've said everything I need to say. Don't forget our promo code, Jungo Barks, 10% off your checkout at shop.boofabowling.com. Go check out what he has. He has absolutely everything. Delivers right to your door. Have a good one, everyone. See you in the next vid.